Old Possum here is the man. She does a fine job for what I need her. Today's video is this right here. If there was ever an example of absolutely abusing a piece of equipment, this would be it. County line 4-foot cutter. That's what I am reviewing today. This is not a how-to. This is not a hope it works. This is praising a piece of equipment that has thoroughly impressed me for the least amount of dollars possible. 4-foot county line cutter with a rounded rear end. Got it rounded so I could scoot it between trees. That's it. Hey guys, I know my channel is Hope This Works. Well, I know this works. I feel the need to give a review on this piece of equipment I just purchased. I say just purchased. I've had it for a while. We bought this house and we bought this property behind us and bought some property behind all of it over here. Well, it was overgrown with privet hedge and I desperately needed a tractor to clean it out. I've been operating tractors just about a whole life. Grew up on a farm, so I've seen some of the best equipment and I've seen some of the worst equipment. I'm gonna have to say I cheaped out on this. I went and bought the cheapest bush hog / rotary cutter, whatever you choose to call it. I bought the cheapest one I could find. I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever. I think they're underrated, especially after what I put this one through. You can get it at, I think I paid, after everything with top link and all, because I had to have a new top link, I paid just a shade over $1,000 for it. Wanted a new one because I didn't want to deal with an old piece of equipment with bad bearings and stuff like that. Little stuff that's going to eat your time up. So I went and bought a 4-foot county line rotary cutter. The reason I bought a 4-foot is so I could get in between these trees here. Got a lot of trees that are close together and I wanted to clear everything out, so I can just take this booger and I can back it right up in between them, clean it out, be done with it. Well, so far I've got about an acre-ish left that I've got to cut back here, and I can't say any bad thing about this cutter. It's inexpensive, it works like a champ, and do not do what I did, because if you do, you will void your warranty. First thing I did was I quit using the regular shear bolts. I'm not using the overrun clutch because this 1010 does not push out as the rotor keeps turning. Like, you know, some of you have 4 to 8 ends and 9 ends and stuff, they'll do that. So I just never got an overrun clutch. I quit using the factory shear bolts. Yeah, I put a graded bolt in there because it was kind of a go or blow moment. I wanted to see what this thing could do and I needed to get as much done as I could, and I was spending too much time swapping bolts out. There again, that is not what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to use their shear bolts. But I wanted to see what she's made of, so I have beat this girl like a rented mule. And you know what? She's still kicking. She's still pulling. She's doing a real good job. Nothing fancy about her. She doesn't have all kind of fancy cutter designs or anything like that. It is a basic bush hog. We've got a gearbox, PTO, cutter head. That's it. Nothing extra. Well, another thing I liked about it is I had to make no adjustments whatsoever on the PTO shaft when I bought it. It's got plenty of play. It'll shorten up as short as I need it and lengthen out as long as I need it, depending on, you know, cutter position up and down and all. Did not have to cut that. Did not have to buy a longer one. Money saved, and you know, I'm happy with it. It did come with a safety shroud around the PTO shaft, which is standard equipment on everything nowadays, and that's a good thing because a PTO will kill you and then it'll pick you up and kill you again just for the hell of it. So I'm going to show you what I've done with this thing, and like I said, I'm not affiliated with the company, but I just have to praise it. It's been an excellent piece of equipment. I'm going to take you through the woods and show you what I've been cutting. Now mind you, this thing is only rated for mild brush, which mild brush varies in definition from manufacturer to manufacturer, but I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 1.5 inches. I think that's what they consider mild brush. Well, I've been cutting jungle, pure jungle with this thing, and it ain't slowed down a bit. I've been cutting stuff up to 3, maybe a few things. I've cut a few little trees up to 4 inches. Just taking it easy, you know, pull it over, push it over with the tractor, then take it and just set it down and just gnaw on it for a little bit, and then it'll finally cut it and throw it on out. Well, I'm gonna walk you through here and show you what I've looked at. Still got some other stuff I've got to take care of in there. I'm at the point now where I'm going to be in the market for a landscape rake because I got to pull this crap up and burn it. You'll see what I've been cutting with it, and when you see it, you'll be very impressed. But like I said, do not do what I'm doing because you will avoid your warranty for sure. I just wanted to see what she'd do. Go or blow, man. Alright, here we are. I'm going to try to keep this camera as steady as I can. I'm going to be walking through some pretty rough stuff. A bunch of junk laying on the ground that I have chopped up with this awesome little cutter. As you can see, there is a lot of stuff on this ground that shouldn't be cut with a rotary cutter. Most people would say, hey, that's a job for a forestry mulcher. Well, nope, not me. I'm going to see what she's going to do. Right here, you get a good idea of what I've been cutting with this thing. Like I said, I don't have any leaks whatsoever in the gearbox. I don't have any trouble with the cutter. I've not warped anything to a out of balance state. I have just been running over it and cutting and cutting. And I think that there is a little bit more than what would be considered mild brush. That's about 4 inches right there. But if I can push it over with the tractor, I cut it. I don't hesitate because I just want to see what she's going to do. And I got a lot to do here besides cut, so I need it done quickly. So I have effectively used it as a forestry mulcher, which I shouldn't do according to the warranty. And there's also the safety thing. You have to worry about safety. So that's another reason for me to say don't do what I've been doing. I didn't cut that with the cutter. We cut that with the Husky. But as you can see, she's done a wonderful job. She has not given me a bit of trouble. Gearbox is all in good shape. Cutters are still in good shape. I got one nick on one blade, but that's because I found a rock, which is not something we normally have here in the east coast of South Carolina. But look at that. Right over it, chopped it up. All I got to do is drag it all up into a pile, and I'm done with it. Once I get it burned and get the rest of this stuff cleared out, which that little section there is going to be gone by the end of the day, I will be ready to disc it, level it, seed it, and we're going to make a big yard out of this, a really big yard. Plus pick all the trash up. And there you go. I'm telling you, if you want a cutter, don't want to spend a whole lot of money, and I'm sure most normal people aren't going to be cutting this kind of stuff, then that county line rotary cutter is the one for you. It works just fine. Once I get done with this, I really won't have a need for it, but I'm not getting rid of it because y'all will never know when you need one. And she's good. She is a damn fine piece of equipment. Well, y'all have a good day. I'm going to get back on the tractor and make some more noise. We'll see you later. Bye.